It was good, dog. Today we're going to be talking about Brett Cooper. Now, I made this video about Brett Cooper about 6 months ago, so I'm basically the only reliable source of information that you need. So let's get started. Now, of course, today I am joined with your boy, Owen, one last time. And this is the first Newsman episode where we've had a special guest, so he's going to give his input on this entire situation, which is, in parentheses, crazy. Here is the current state of the Brett Cooper channel, the comment section, with no Brett Cooper in sight other than these older videos. Now, what is her latest video? That's suspicious.
Hey guys, some of you have heard the rumors online.
Shut the frick up.
And the rumors are mostly
Shut the
true.
frick up.
Today, December 10th, will be my last day hosting the comment section and working for the Daily Wire. It is not true that I am being forced out. It was my own choice to leave. And believe me, this is bittersweet. My producer, Reagan, is taking over as host of the comment section, and I wish her and the Daily Wire all the best. We have had 3 great years, and I am proud of what we've accomplished together. Leaving this show and the platforms that we've built is hard, but I'm very excited for what's to come. And now for some final thoughts from the God King himself, Jeremy Boring.
Bittersweet indeed.
Jeremy, shut the
We're sad to
frick
see
up. We
Brett
don't
go,
want to
but
hear
we're
it. Our
excited to see her
queen.
take-
Our queen is dead. Our queen is gone.
So if you look at the video, she's only looking at one side and she doesn't look at the other camera, and it looks so off. It looks like she's reading from a screen.
Exactly, my boy. This is the most disingenuous goodbye video I've ever seen. If you look on Social Blade, you will see that the Brett Cooper channel, formerly known as the comment section with Brett Cooper, is losing subscribers at mass. People are outraged over this decision. And what are we going to do about it? We're going to talk about it. We can't change the past, so let's move forward.
The proof is here on the subreddit on the r/Brett Cooper. On Reagan's most recent post on Instagram, somebody commented, "No matter how many acting classes you take or watch Brett's old videos, you will never be Brett. It's sad that you took the money and snubbed your best friend. I hope the amount of money DW offered
What is
was
Bro
worth your
watching?
friendship with Brett. You lost a good one." And so the video goes on, and apparently Diane Cooper, Brett Cooper's mom, liked that comment, sort of verifying that, yes, like she's a horrible friend and she threw away
Big
a
tease,
really
bro.
good friendship
Shut the
with
frick up.
somebody
We're
that a lot
reacting
of
to
people
this
like.
video.
And I 100% believe
No, wait.
that
No,
there's
shut
a lot of
this
stuff going on
this
behind
is
the
important
scenes.
footage. So as you can see there, Brett Cooper's mom has said it all by liking that Instagram comment. Brett Cooper was forced out and not left on good terms. What are you talking about? When you leave a company, you need to be on bad terms with Jeremy Boring. Like, come on, that's just how it goes. Just like Candace Owens. They had to kick out a black woman, and now they're kicking out a southerner white woman. Like, what is going on, Daily Wire? You are the least woke company ever. Now we're just left with white men. This is like PR suicide.
Because even if Brett wrote it herself, she recorded it knowing nothing other than the narrative the Daily Wire wanted was going to get posted on the channel the Daily Wire owns, which sadly was something Steven Crowder had discussed back in the beginning of 2023.
Kids out there, coming up, we need to build a bench here in this movement. It's almost impossible. Don't sign these contracts. Effectively, full ownership of all your social
Wait,
media.
pause it.
So here we
need
have
to
the
read.
additional rights as you sign a shady contract such as this from potentially, allegedly, the Daily Wire. They have rights to your merch, an email list, whatever that is. I'm not reading all that. And then a social media management. They own you. You are a slave because slaves built this country. But don't take my word for it. Take Jeremy Boring's word.
Young talent, they don't get deals like this.
So-
They
They don't get deals that
can be wage slaves for a little bit, come over and make a salary and grow their brand.
you then own.
Well, I own parts of it. I don't own it. They can, when their contract's up, they can still go out and they'll still be famous. They can keep doing their shows, so go do a show somewhere else. They'll be in a far better place. You helped make them.
No, I'm not looking at this contract. This contract owns it in perpetuity even after the contract. You're paying a lease but getting ownership. That's what this contract reads.
On the content that we paid to produce, yeah.
What would I do in that situation? I would sign the contract and do exactly what Brett Cooper did. All right, be a slave to the industry and get a bunch of money, because that's all this is really about. It's all about money. That is just the point of a company, to provide something to the general public and then get a bunch of money out of it. And there's not really any changing that, because like that's just society. That's just the way it goes. Both parties are in the wrong, okay? Because
is
I
Brett Cooper
love
in the
money.
wrong? She's-
Owen,
no,
you're poor. Oh, you're poor. You don't know what it's like to have money. You would take the money, wouldn't you?
She is our queen, okay? She can do nothing wrong. I wouldn't sign that contract because I feel like taking over like your entire social media, like that's also pretty creepy and odd, you know? Like you can't post what you want to post. They own like all of it, which is just really crazy to me.
But I still love Ben Shapiro, man. I'm going to watch him every single day. I don't care. He is my number one sigma. Him being able to manipulate people for like business and money. I love that. I want to be just like Ben Shapiro someday. So I'm going to keep watching him and keep giving him watch time. Maybe I'll buy a Leftist Tears cup thing and I can drink out of that instead of G Fuel shakers.
You want to be like Ben Shapiro, but you're gonna quit commentary soon. So what the frick?
No, it's not true. It's not true. Now, let's consult the graph once again. Let's look at the analytics. So here we have the first video that Reagan has been featured in, and as you can see, there is a disparity with the view count, but then there's this video which still has a decent amount of views, but that's irrelevant. We don't need to look at that. Look at all of the other videos with Brett in it and stuff. I mean, that video doesn't have a lot of views, or that one, but that doesn't matter. Those are irrelevant. Just look at the ones with Reagan. This is not a lot of views. Like, this video probably made like $1,000, but like that's not enough. This is the Daily Wire we're talking about. Our favorite company owned by the Juice and stuff. And then let's scroll up more. There's these videos. They have no views. They have no views. And then Brett comes back one last time. It has 1 million views. Nobody likes Reagan.
Brett is literally mogging her.
She mogs. She looks better than Reagan. She acts better than Reagan. You see, Reagan, it was kind of quirky at first. We were like, oh, Reagan's kind of fun and enjoyable. I can get used to this. And then we changed our mind the very second video. I was thinking the same thing everyone else was. Oh my gosh, Reagan, I'm kind of getting sick of this already. I don't want to see her face ever again. And now we're going to keep on getting her. She's going to keep coming back. I want Brett Cooper back.
20% of me watches a video for the idea, and then 80% of me watches it for the personality, you know? And this is like why I don't watch Matt Walsh or something, you know, because his videos are boring to watch, you know. The thing is with Brett versus Reagan is that Brett is more energetic, but Reagan, she just seems like she doesn't want to be there, you know.
Well said, Owen. I think you're going to be the next big content creator someday. You should start your own YouTube channel. How does that sound?
Yippee! Wait, can I just use your channel?
No.
No.
So here is Brett Cooper's new channel that she's going to be posting farming videos, most likely, probably. It says renovations in progress, so that's probably a hint at the fact that she's going to become a trad wife TikToker content creator and stuff. And it already has 200,000 subscribers. We want Brett Cooper. And she also has a website. Let's see. Is it porn? No! There's nothing here. I want prawn. I wanted to start an OnlyFans right now.
I want a goon.
Our next story is about porn. So here we have a documentary called I Slept with 100 Men in One Day. That's right, folks. This is Newsman, the show where we talk about multiple things because there's too much stuff going on the internet right now to talk about each individual thing.
Hello, hi.
And she walks into the room. Look at her. She is so nervous. Now, this is the aftermath of after she got railed by 100 guys, because we can't see that. I wish we can see it. If we subscribe to the Patreon and then watch the Patreon version of this video, maybe we can see it, but we can't on YouTube. And so, like, it's such a shame.
Lily offered to show me the aftermath of their stunt.
Oh, it stinks.
What does it smell like?
Like brace yourself. Brace yourself.
Oh, holy
shit. I guess it...
It's all just condoms and like whatever tissues on the ground. Her thing is stretched out. You can see that.
With a condom on or?
No, I didn't. Condom off.
Condom off.
Wait, she did it condom off?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You think she got an abortion?
It does smell
she probably got an abortion.
A lot like
How many abortions do you think she got?
She probably got like 20.
It's like huge.
And it just took
That's average. I mean, look at that circumference.
It's
bigger than yours.
Only like 40. It's not for the weak, girls. If I'm honest, it was hard.
Oh no,
I
she's
don't know if
breaking
I
down.
recommend it.
She wouldn't recommend it.
I think if you're a different type of girl, it's very.
Then why would you want to do it without them, guys?
Why would you want it? Why would you?
It's kind of like being a prostitute in a sense of like, it's just a different feeling. I don't know how to explain it. Like,
it's not like just having sex with someone.
Yeah, just one in, one out. Like, it feels intense.
Like more intense than you thought it might.
Definitely.
Sorry.
Okay.
Okay. Just take.
Yeah, 1 minute.
Get. Permission to hawk to a spit on that thing, ma'am. I'll be your 101st.
That's what's making you feel emotional, is that maybe you think you didn't give some guys a good enough time today?
Yeah, and it's hard, I think, having the interactions with them when they're like, what, you're not going to make me finish? I've come all this way. Like, kind of like guilt tripping me a little bit.
Dude, you can actually legit see her on Twitter.
Dun-na. 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 You can
It's not
see
like
it
she
all
just
on the
did it.
Twitter, guys. This is amazing. This is groundbreaking information.
When I decided to start making this documentary, I wasn't too sure of what to expect. I certainly didn't expect to see Lily so upset at the end of it all. I thought perhaps in years to come she may look back at this day in sadness, but not so instantly afterwards. She had stressed to me throughout my time with her how excited she was for this challenge and how this was her fantasy, so to see her so visibly upset at the end of it all was really sad. But my confusion was only added to in the days following our filming with Lily, as she announced to her fans that in February of 2025, she would be sleeping with 1,000 men in a single day to break the world record. Maybe what we witnessed that night was just someone overwhelmed with emotion after completing such a monumental challenge. Or maybe we saw the true toll this career can have on a person.
Absolutely stunning. Everyone keeps hating on Lily Phillips, but ignore the 101 men who participated. The ratio of sick men to women is the reason few women become this sick. She planned it, she executed it. Now, you want to make her a victim? Phillips's next goal, to sleep with 1,000 men in 24 hours. It will be filmed and live streamed on her OnlyFans account. She aims to break the record of a woman named Lisa Sparks from Poland who had schmecked with 919 men in a day in 2004. That's crazy. That's the year that My Chemical Romance released their revenge album.
Shut up! No one cares about My
Man,
Chemical
what the frick?
Romance.
She started at 18. She decided to drop out of university, bruh. That's such a college moment. This is why prawn is more useful than a college degree.
She has said her parents are supportive of her work. Her mom and dad previously ran a cleaning company and made enough money to buy a variety of luxury cars and multiple properties. According to Daily Mail, Phillips' mom is our head of finance.
Wait, this is just like the Daily Wire. She's being used and manipulated by her parents to make prawn.
Meaning that her mom is completely fine with it. She told Lily, oh, in order to gain more fame, you should sleep with 100 guys in a day. Next, you're supposed to sleep with 1,000 guys. Like, what the frick
This
kind
is
of
literally pimping out your own
relationship is
daughter.
that?
Get these parents in jail. They've probably been fantasizing about this since she was 16. Who like, why would we assume that this is a recent thought pattern in her parents' mind? They have been thinking about pimping her out for years now. That's my game theory. Only brave statements here. If you do prawn, then you deserve to have 100 guys rail you, because like doing prawn in the first place, you should go big or go home. You should have your Badisi destroyed because of this life-changing decision that you have made. Digital footprints are permanent, and that's all I gotta say. Yeah, this is definitely true. We don't even have to fact check it. Like, if she wasn't using protection, that's like crazy, bruh. Even though there was a bunch of condoms on the ground when we walked in that room. She's gonna die on her deathbed, and then she's gonna have like 500 guys rail her dead body.
Bro, even in her funeral, she's just gonna get railed by like 30 guys, okay? It's gonna be like an open casket, and then just like guys are just gonna shovel bang her, you know?
Next up in the news, we have Jordan Neely's criminal record. Man killed on subway had 42 prior arrests. That's right, man. We have a new George Floyd on our hands. Imagine choking out a black man on a subway to death as a white man. You are going to be hated for life, but it turns out the black man that was choked out to death, he was a bad guy anyway. He probably deserved to die. That's a hot take, but I'm saying it. Owen, would you choke out a black man to death?
I'm not really racist, unlike you, but...
I'm racist, but Owen.
Owen's not racist. But if it's someone like Jordan Neely, where like he's saying like I'm gonna stab you, I'm gonna kill all of you, you're all gonna be my slave, bitch. Like that kind of stuff, then
that
like
kind of stuff?
Yeah, I would choke him. Jordan Neely is such a threat to society, you know? He used to be like such a wholesome Michael Jackson impersonator,
Wholesome
but now
Chungus.
he's just a criminal. a dead.
Look at the rainbow pride heart. If you feel the need to put a rainbow pride heart on the outside of a train in the subway, what are you doing? Our society has truly degenerated into the finest slop of the century.
In 2021, Jordan Neely was acting like all crazy and like a schizophrenic, and so like a Daniel Penny, the greatest of the great, decided to like strangle him because like he was clearly a threat to society, and he was like threatening women or something like that. There's been like this 2-year-long battle of like should we convict this man or should we not? Should we just like black people like threaten everyone? They decided to acquit him, even though it's like in a blue city and whatnot, you know? Everyone is celebrating, but like if you're a black liberal, then like you're saying like oh my gosh, dude, they killed this man because of systematic oppression and whatnot.
In 2015, Jordan Neely kidnapped a 7-year-old girl. In 2019, Jordan Neely punched a 64-year-old man in the face. In 2021, Jordan Neely slugged a 67-year-old woman in the face as she exited the subway. Oh, bloody fool, breaking a nose and fracturing an orbital bone. Neely was arrested 44 times, but never really faced justice for terrorizing New Yorkers. Yes. What are you talking about, man, you bloody fool? The acquittal of Daniel Penny and the death of Jordan Neely has effectively given license for vigilante justice to be waged on the black community without consequence. It's a painful reminder of the inequities in our justice system. Jordan deserved compassion. Instead, he was met with violence. We stand with his family in calling for accountability. Daniel Penny did not act alone in defending himself and others from Neely. A black man can be clearly seen assisting Penny to subdue Neely. A black woman testified in defense of Penny. There is no evidence that Penny was motivated by race. Owen, if this happened to you, would you be motivated by race? Do you see color?
I guess.
Yeah, we always see color. I'm not colorblind. I'm not a dog. I see a black man terrorizing people on a subway, and I'm like, I just gotta do something about it. Hey, what you gonna do about it? Hey, bada bing, bada boom. He was sick. He was not a threat. He was subdued, still not a threat. Daniel Penny choked him for 6 minutes and killed him. We all watched it on camera, and he was still acquitted. I've left out probably another 100 instances of this trauma in my life. For compassion, I ask white people, how many times have you seen a white man killed in cold blood on camera on your newsfeed? How many times have you even heard about this? The answer is never. You never have. And whenever you feel discomfort from your whiteness, black people are harmed or killed. And there is never accountability or justice. This is the evil of white supremacy. It spans across geography and political parties and sickens us all. I wish I didn't have to live with all of this trauma deep in my bones. I wish I could just be free to be me. I marvel at the beauty and greatness of my people in spite of white supremacy. It's extraordinary. That is what I will continue to lean on. Rip Jordan Neely. The justice system failed you. Kyle Rittenhouse and Daniel Penny are free. You're gone. We must still fight. I think that this is narcissism. Imagine using your race as a stepping stone to get what you want in your society. That is absolutely ridiculous, okay?
Why isn't Jordan Neely in like a mental institution, you know? Like, why is he able to just roam the streets of New York freely? Why can he just like threaten people on the subway, even though these liberals are saying like he's sick, he doesn't know what he's doing. Like, what the frick, man?
Yeah, why are we letting these people roam around freely? They need to be in cages. They need to be in zoos. We need to throw bananas and watermelon at them. Come on, haven't we learned anything? Finally in the news here as our final fourth story, very special because this is a special Newsman episode where we're going to be unhinged as possible. Next, we're going to be talking about the healthcare CEO assassination. It wasn't an assassination attempt, it was a full-on assassination. Donald Trump is lucky to be alive, but the CEO of healthcare, he is not alive. In conclusion, unlucky L. But, Owen, I want to ask you something. What would society be like if you could just kill people that you don't like?
I mean, it would be perfect, okay? I mean, consult this graph for a second, okay? If you could just kill people you don't like, then it would be amazing, okay? Like, imagine if we could just kill Hitler because he's stupid. You know, what if we could just kill like Sped people because like they act weird and they told me like okay, I'm just feeling so uncomfortable, okay?
Well said,
bro.
Owen. Once again, another amazing, thought-provoking speech there. Now, boys, people hate the healthcare CEO because he exploited the healthcare system and made money off of it instead of giving healthcare to people that really needed it, and then they died. Everyone in every single household ever, they have an elderly family member that died because of the healthcare CEO's negligence, and that is a shame. However, only brave statements here on the Professor Teague's channel. This is our model. I have something to say about this, Owen. It is not good to support killing people that we just don't like. Okay, if we could kill every single CEO, what the frick, mate? We are not going to have a utopia. We are going to make every single city turn into Chicago. You know what I'm talking about, man? Even if we ban guns, everyone's going to be stabbing each other like it's London or something, and people are still going to smuggle in SMGs anyway and stuff. So I don't think it's good to be cheering on the death of the CEO, because assassinations and assassination attempts, they aren't good. If you have grievances with a CEO that's killing a bunch of old people, then maybe petition their removal from the business on behalf of the board of directors. And that's another thing. It's not always the CEO's responsibility to control what's going on with the healthcare, because the board of directors gets the final say with what happens with the business, because that's how it is with all businesses. You can't just blame the CEO on everything, because the CEO isn't really the boss of the industry. It's the board of directors. So if you want to assassinate anyone, assassinate the board of directors. That's not a call to action. I'm not going to be held responsible for another assassination. I'm not saying you need to kill the board of directors. But that's basically shut the frick up. That's basically what you should have done instead.
I need to talk real quick. If you want to show like your hatred towards the healthcare system and whatnot, there's different reasons, and it shouldn't be that like I want to kill this man.
If there are ways of expressing your anger towards the healthcare system, the answer isn't to kill the CEO. The answer is to just complain about it on Twitter, because that's what we've always done. That's what we should be doing. Why do we have to kill people, man? So here's an article that I'm not going to read that's called "Canadian Man Dies of Aneurysm After Giving Up on Hospital Wait." So, in conclusion, things are much worse in countries that aren't the United States.
Should I read it because you can't read? A Canadian man died the day after he gave up on a lengthy hospital wait last week, sparking debate about Canada's universal healthcare as debate rages in the US over the state of the American for-profit system. Adam Bergone, a 39-year-old resident of Montreal, died on December 6 after suffering an aneurysm, according to an online obituary. A day earlier, he had posted about his experience with the Canadian healthcare system on X, writing that after the doctors made sure he wasn't in a life-threatening condition, he was moved to a waiting room where he sat for 6 hours before deciding to pack up and go home.
In Toronto, I had a bit of a health scare last night, but thankfully it wasn't a heart attack, fam. But not sure what it was though, because once they made sure I wasn't dying, broski, I was thrown out into the waiting room, and 6 hours later I said frick it and went home. Canadian healthcare, folks, best in the world, eh?
No matter what system you have, healthcare is going to suck, okay? We should not have healthcare in general, okay?
If we should just pay for our own health, you know what I'm saying? Why do we need socialized healthcare and have the government own the healthcare? Because then there's not going to be any competition, there's not going to be any greedy CEOs. We need greedy CEOs because we need competition in business. Because everyone's going to be in the race to give you the best healthcare they can possibly give. So you can actually get good healthcare instead of these lazy healthcare workers that work for the government, like in England, that don't give a frick about your health because they're not going to be paid anymore if they help a bunch of 85-year-olds that are dying of prostate cancer. They don't give a frick, okay? In conclusion, I don't think I'm going to have a granddad much longer. He should move to the United States so he can actually get good healthcare. I don't know why they've stayed in England this whole time. So who was the guy that shot the CEO? I haven't said his name at all. His name is Luigi Manchin. Luigi Manoni, and I don't really care about him. He looks kind of mid, I guess. But one thing I want to ask all of you, is he natty?
Or not?
Is he natty or not? Companies can just assassinate people and it's fine though. Look at this guy that got killed by the OpenAI company, and he's a whistleblower and stuff. They probably killed him because he was brown. He looks brown in that photo. I don't know if he is brown. And if you want to see what the assassination looked like, here's a Smiling Friends Jiffy Giffy. Gasp. It looks like the Smiling Friends are going to be owned by Satan. And then here's a Photoshop tweet from Luigi's Twitter. You can look at his Twitter. It's actually kind of epic. But like I said, it's Photoshop. It's not real. But look at this Twitter, man. It's a lot of center-right stuff. Like, I don't think he was a leftist. He probably became a leftist after dousing a bunch of psychedelics and drugs. Like, look at this Wojak. That's kind of funny. But Ben Shapiro kind of said it all in his own episode that he released recently. I gotta glaze Ben Shapiro multiple times in this video because he's a much better commentator. He's the best commentator on the platform and my favorite Jew in the world. Okay, there are no Jews that I know that are better than Ben Shapiro. Oh, according to Business Insider, Manchin's social media posts showed apparent frustration with the medical field, skepticism of doctors, and supported the idea that his worldview was influenced by recreationary right-wing thinkers. What's the matter with you? Manchin showed a skeptical attitude towards both Joe Biden and Donald Trump, while showing apparent support for Robert F. Kennedy Jr. He's a centrist. Get the frick out of here. We don't like centrists. Both parties are in the wrong.
Oh, he's right-wing.
No. Time magazine said it could not tell whether he was left or right wing. See what I mean? He's a centrist. The Spectator wrote that his worldview wasn't pinned to a standard left-right axis. His social media expressed concerns over the implications of porn, DEI programs, falling fertility rates, wokeism, secularization, and the decline of Christianity. And he promoted traditional ideas. So I guess that concludes it for today's very special Newsman episode. Thank you, Owen, for joining me one last time.
Yeah.
You're supposed to whine and complain about me leaving.
No, I want to see you become a slave to me, okay? Whatever Daddy wants, Daddy gets, okay?
Whatever Daddy wants.
Your body, my choice, forever, okay?
No,
like,
Owen, no.
You're supposed to make commentary. No! And even when you die,
no!
you're gonna be
my body, my choice, my choice, my choice, my choice.
No.
It's my body. I get to do what I want with it. It is always under my control, and you don't get a say over it because this is my choice. This is the last Newsman episode. This is the last actual video that I'm making. The last 2 videos I'm going to make for the year are going to be my choice. They are not going to get views.
It's my
solely
choice
for my subscribers, and this is it. This is the last thing anyone will ever see that is for real, for real. I'm still going to be uploading on the second channel, though, and maybe on the main channel here, but just different content. But I'm not going to be uploading consistently anymore. I need to be an adult. 2 weeks remain. 2 weeks remain, mark my words. Sub to the second channel, follow the Rumble, Instagram, Twitter, X, TikTok, and join the Discord server. Follow other social media. Bye-bye.